Hey guys, it's Adi here with Geek on Gadgets, and we have our review of the LG V10. Now, to be perfectly honest, I absolutely love the V10. There's nothing I don't like about it. There's some things that I find no reason for, but besides that, I have close to no complaints about the V10. And to be completely honest, this is very close to what I would consider the perfect smartphone that was released in 2015. Forget the iPhone, forget the Lumias, forget Samsung's S6 or S6 Edge or whatever. This, honestly, is what I would think is the best phone of the year, and in fact, it's pretty amazing all around. That's what I really love about the V10, is that every single aspect of it has been thought out and is really nice. Starting off with the build quality and the design of the phone, we have, of course, the nice 5.7-inch screen up front, very vibrant, very beautiful. You have a nice design up here, not too much bezel along the side, very space considerate, doesn't have a huge fingerprint. Continuing with the design, of course, on the sides we have the metal build all around, which gives it a very solid, sturdy feel. And on the back we have the durable silicone shock absorbent cover, which is really impressive in terms of its flexibility and the overall beating resistance that this phone can take. To be completely honest, on the second day that I had this phone, it accidentally slipped from my hand and I dropped it down a flight of stairs. It hit every single step on the way down, and that is the only scratch that it came away with. So for durability and design and overall build of this phone, I'm going to give it a full 10 out of 10. Moving on to the main 5.7-inch screen on the phone, it is the same screen on the LG G4, which was LG's most vibrant and most accurate display ever. The colors look amazing. It has some really nice pop to it. Doesn't look overwashed. Nothing looks bad on it. It's an IPS LCD display at 2K. No complaints there at all, especially 515 pixels per inch. The more interesting part about the V10, of course, is the second screen up top. This little ticker bar where you can scroll through useful toggles for, you can either have a note here, you can put your name, a phone number to call in case of found, etc. You can have quick launch shortcuts. You can access contacts directly, click on them and choose to call them or send a text message, or you can just have your calendar view up here. Now, honestly, at first when I saw it, I thought it was a nice idea, but kind of a gimmick. I take that back completely. This screen is so useful for receiving notifications on it. When you get a notification while watching a video or playing a game, you can read the notification up here without having it impinge on the full screen. So it's a really useful little addition to the screen. Not to mention the fact that when the phone is off, it also is always on, showing you the date and time as well as the weather at a glance, along with your battery status. Besides the LG Nexus 5X, the V10 is LG's only other phone that has a fingerprint sensor in it. The G4 didn't have it before, neither did the G3. However, unfortunately, the fingerprint sensor isn't as accurate as the 5X or as the iPhone 6 or 6S. It's a bit slower to recognize it, but it certainly still is faster than typing in a PIN code. However, sometimes you might need to adjust the grip of your finger to get your lock code properly. Since you can add up to 4 fingerprints on the V10, I found it's easier to add both your index fingers twice to get a more accurate match. However, even then, it might take a couple tries to get your fingerprint right. In terms of the camera, the main lens on the LG V10 is the same 16 megapixel f1.8 lens found on the G4. And I absolutely love that lens. It's great, and with the laser autofocus, focuses almost immediately. You have absolutely no problems with it. And the V10's lens seems to have been tweaked a bit even for even better nighttime pictures, capturing more light than you would expect to capture on any phone, and giving all pictures an overall very artistic look without being too inaccurate. The front-facing camera on the LG V10 is another attempt for LG to be a pioneer and try something new, where it actually has 2 5-megapixel front-facing cameras. One of them narrow angle, and a second wide angle which gets a lot more into the shot. Personally, I've only used the wide angle lens. I don't like the narrow angle lens, and honestly, I think it would have been better for LG just to stick with one wide angle lens instead of putting a narrow angle and a wide angle lens. In terms of software and performance, the LG V10 is by no means a slouch. It's backed by 4 GB of RAM, a hexacore Snapdragon 808 processor clocked at 1.4 GHz, 64 GB of internal memory plus up to 2 TB of expandable memory, and it's absolutely amazing. This is the first Android phone I've had which has absolutely no lag, does not stutter, does not get stuck, does not have trouble running the simplest performances. It does not have delay while trying to capture with the camera. It has absolutely no problems. This is the perfect Android phone in terms of performance. Forget stock Android, forget Google Now Launcher. Regardless of the fact that it uses an LG launcher, it is still, in my opinion, the best Android performance I've ever seen. Of course, let's not forget that the LG V10 is also powered by a 3000 mAh battery, which at first sounded a bit small, especially considering two screens, one that's always on and a 5.7-inch display. However, to my surprise, the LG V10's battery is much better than I would have ever expected. I've never left the house worrying that the LG V10's battery is going to die on me because it's that much of a beast. I've never left the house taking a power cord or a power bank with me because I can rely on the V10's battery, and it has been beyond expectations. If you were really to ask me to critique the V10 in the most powerful way possible to, point out anything I don't like about it, I would have to say just the fact that it has a second camera, which is pretty redundant given how good the wide-angle lens is, and the fact that it's still on Android 5.1.1 Lollipop and not Marshmallow. Hopefully Marshmallow will be here soon, but it's still not on it, so I can't give it full points in the Android software update area, but that is my only complaint. People might complain about the weight of the phone or the size, but for me this is truly the perfect phone in terms of weight and size. It is heavy, yes, at 192 grams, there's no denying it is heavy. However, it's a nice weight and you feel like you're holding something in your hand worth the weight. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it right now again, this, in every sense of the word, is probably a phone worthy of Batman. It looks sleek as hell, power horse, and I'm just going to say it again, it looks so damn sexy. Kudos to LG for making such a great phone. I love it. What do you guys think about the V10? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys around.